Hello everybody. Here we are today for a session on the theme of space. As you can see, I'm in a very wide space. It's very big. Everything that makes us dream, everything that makes us want to be. Unfortunately, as human beings, we forget that the space is inside us, and we always go and look for that space outside. We find this freedom outside via views, via fabulous landscapes, to feel this space in us, when we can just close our eyes, reconnect with ourselves, and meditate. To regain strength in ourselves, freedom in our joints, in our structure, so that we can reopen all these spaces that have closed off during our life. This space is found in us, then gives us freedom and ease to be able to act with all that life gives us. Within our inner capacities, this innate potential, absolutely incredible freedom to be that we embody forever. So if you follow me, and also if you want to find this freedom, this space, this height, then follow me. Place yourself on the mat and let's go. Lower the pelvis towards the ground with the feet in a V shape. Spread larger than the width of your pelvis. Press well on the external edge of your feet, and if your heels do not touch the ground as I'm showing you, place some bricks or even some cushions underneath your heels to be able to move the pelvis down towards the ground. Enlarge the space around the pelvic floor and place your hands in front of the chest by spreading the elbows out towards the outside. The more you put your elbows towards the outside, towards the inside of the knees, the more the chest opens up towards the front, and we find the height in the upper body. Creating some space. Close your eyes and stay still. Feel it. Always that word that comes back. Forever. Feeling. Feel who you are right here, right now. Feel the space that takes the breathing every time you breathe in, inside yourself. Keep this space at the exhalation, and every inhalation, oxygen is brought into our cells that continue to make us grow. Hold on to all of that. Open your eyes, spread an arm out above, upwards, and the other arm along one of the knees. Right or left, we'll do both sides anyway. And raise the arm towards the sky. Twist from there. Breathe. At the inhalation, always untwist and come back to the center, and then breathe out. Open up and twist. Take this awareness that we have, the intelligence that we have, embody it. Embody this greatness, embody this space, this freedom to live and of being alive again and again. We will never be finished, and we will never finish growing. With each inhalation, open the chest, raise an arm, and with every exhalation, change sides. Do the movement a few times and find some mobility in this space. In the space you are in, and in the inner space. Hands in front of the heart, in front of the head, in front of your eyes, and the legs straighten up all the way to the top of the head. Tighten your feet. Bring your attention to why you're here. Talk from the heart. Move. Feet parallel at the width of the pelvis. Bend the knees towards the front and push the buttocks back. Just doing this movement, by pushing the buttocks back, we give some space to our pelvis. Open your hands on the side all the way to the fingertips. And breathe in. Straighten the arms towards the sky. Breathe out. Open up again over your head. The arms are just a projection of the heart, a projection of everything we have inside. So from our center, make yourself taller. Wake yourself up all the way to your fingertips. Raise the arms as high as you can each time, and breathe out. Go down again. Open all the way to the fingertips. Breathe in. Straighten up to the top of the head. Breathe out. Bend over while pushing the buttocks back. We find at the same time that the buttocks and the chest, this is the space that life gives us. It's pretty good actually. It's beautiful, so enjoy it by smiling again and again. Breathe out, bend over, this time all the way to the ground, Uttanasana. Breathe in, lengthen out the top of your head towards the front. Breathe out, bend over. Bend the knees if need be, always in Uttanasana. If you follow my videos, it's always the same thing. And the heart is always propelled towards the front. Once again here, move the hands a little further forward underneath the shoulders. Give yourself some space in your foundations too. If we're all tight from a base, we create a pile-up and a tight house. Make the movements as big as possible during the session. Breathe in, open up in front. Breathe out, place the fingertips on the ground and move the left foot back, lunge pose. Squeeze both legs towards each other and lower the knee to the ground. Put the hands at the back of the head, squeezing and keeping the presence in the legs that really allow us to have a base, to create this height, this lengthening in our back. Feel your back which carries you, which is big. And that's what carries us and gives us space to the front body. Breathe. Let go at every inhalation, that inner greatness. Breathe in, straighten the leg towards the back all the way to the fingertips and breathe out. Put your hands on each side of the front foot. Move the front back by staying tight. Continue to squeeze and straighten the leg at the back all the way to the fingertips. Open up all of this right side by pulling the heel towards the back, towards the buttock. Open up again, even bigger. And then pull the opposite knee to the other side to make the biggest movements possible. Imagine you have a paintbrush in between your toes or in your knees and you're drawing the biggest of drawings. Pull the pelvis parallel again. Breathe out and place the foot between the hands in front and really place yourself. From the back foot all the way to the top of the head, the biggest movements, straighten up. This line must always be present and be as big as possible. And around this spinal line, twist towards the leg in front. Breathe out, twist by staying well aligned in the upper body, nice and straight. Breathe out and twist at every exhalation until the end of the exhalation. Twist and breathe in, lift up. Breathe out again and put the fingertips of the left hand on the ground and the other hand towards the sky. The bigger you, from the toes to the fingertips, all the way to the top of the head. All of this to regain its form. And breathe. Place both hands inside the front leg and turn the back foot at 90 degrees. The front foot falls in the middle of the back one. Now relax the upper body by keeping the base of the pelvis always present, which means at the same level as the front knee, which allows us to stretch up out from that base again, from the anchor, the upper body. If you have no point of support, you cannot lengthen out or stretch anything. Come back to the center and bring the back foot next to the front one. Breathe out, bend over, breathe in, push on our fingertips, open the chest in front and breathe out, and bend over. Breathe in, bend the knees, open your arms towards the outside, breathe out and stay here. And breathe in again. Make yourself taller all the way to the fingertips, hands in front of the heart. And breathe in, raise the arms up towards the sky with a smile as well because it gives some space and some lightness. And bend over towards the ground, Uttanasana. Breathe in, open the chest in front, breathe out, move the other foot towards the back. And now we've gone over to the other side. Put the left foot in front, put the back knee on the ground, raise the arms towards the sky and stretch all of your side ribs on the left side, which is connected to the psoas. The abs as well, the quadriceps, the chest. This movement that I'm doing with my hands is to show you every time the same squeezing movement. It's one of my biggest secrets, to be able to tighten, solid at the base, to stretch the rest of the body. Let the inhalation go that nourishes us, and the exhalation all the way without losing its greatness. Breathe in, straighten the leg at the back and stretch out again the top of the heart towards the sky. Breathe out, put the hands on the ground and push back. downward facing dog. Leg lifted all the way to the toes. Pull the heel back towards the buttocks, open the hip. We can be on our fingertips with the left hand to twist a little more and open up the pelvic floor. Breathe in, come back to the center, and do big circles. Be generous with yourself. Move in this space that surrounds us, this air. Keep going. Still in the solid foundations, come back to the center and place the foot in between the hands in front. Squeeze everything and breathe in, raise your hands towards the sky, breathe out, twist. From this central line that we always find, from the middle of the back and the foot and all the way to the top of the head, twist around that. Usually it makes you smile. I'm often smiling when practicing, and if I stop smiling, it's that I'm often not in the rhythm of the practice. So feel who you are now, what gives you some good, what nourishes you. It must make sense. Now lunge twist. Fingertips on the ground, the other hand towards the sky, and make yourself taller. Go all the way to the end of the exhalation here, always by making your chest lift towards the front. Both shoulders towards the back, and if you let your right shoulder go forward, you close your rib cage. You lack space. So pull well on your shoulders towards the back always. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees and do the same as the other side. Bend over inside the front foot. Lengthen out both sides of the body towards the front and relax the upper body next. Continue to move in this space, even in these stable moments, which at the same time fluid. Come back to the center, back on your tiptoes, turn the back leg and move the back foot next to the other one. Bend over towards the ground and breathe in. Towards the front, breathe out. Bend over, bend the knees, work on the thighs, open the arms, straighten all the way to the fingertips. Maybe you go onto your tiptoes to be even taller, all the way to the fingertips. The arms on the side and go down on the heels, hands in front of the heart, Samasthiti. This solid base position that we're going to work on in every pose. Lean on the right foot, raise the left leg. Here again, if you collapse, it's because the notion of the space is not taken into account. Bend the knee and spread the leg outwards. Even if the support leg is bent, each time you do your biggest you, push on the other side, gather in the center. The support leg is well aligned. The front knee towards the front and open the leg towards the side as high as you can, all the way to the fingertips. Again, spread out. At every exhalation, return to the center, breathe in and open up. I put myself nice and straight on my mat. It was to show you and to push the leg back all the way to the toes. Bend the support leg, lunge twist, and find your position again. Look all the way to the fingertips, the immensity of it. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees and with the strength of the leg, stand up for warrior two. Breathe in, straighten the front leg and raise the arms towards the sky. And at the exhalation, spread your arms out towards the outside. Breathe in, make yourself taller. Breathe out. Keep growing, it's simple, but with our complicated brain, we have to remind ourselves every time. What are we looking for? Roll the shoulders back and put your palms together. Keep the elbows bent. Going towards the hyperextension of the elbows closes the space in the joints and will close your rib cage at the same time. So always micro bend the elbows. Palms of the hands together, fingers crossed, bend over towards the ground. Pelvis towards the sky, open up the pelvic floor, lengthen out. Humble warrior. I love that position name. It says what it means. So be humble with yourself. Relax the hands on the ground and make small circles with the pelvis. At the same time, we continue to let go and to cradle that breathing within ourselves. Put your foot at the back on tiptoes, lower the knee at the back to the ground, and raise your hands towards the sky. Anjanaya Asana. Breathe out, push on the front leg, straighten up, stretch towards the back as far as possible, and pull the hands in front. Bend over towards the floor, standing split. I remind you to keep a notion of space, so be tall on the end of your toes, the largest of spaces. Lift up, open, and we can lean on our hands. Maybe not. And we laugh a little too. Lean on our hands. Let's do a second time. Again. If you do not do a handstand, it doesn't matter. Perhaps lift the foot off the ground a little bit, 1 or 2 centimeters. But come and play by keeping this notion of space, which means do the biggest you can do when you press on the hands. Continue to squeeze both legs towards each other, and it gives us the opportunity to straighten up without losing too much energy. Place the hands in front of the heart. What do we have between our hands? Remember. Relax. Breathe in, raise the hands towards the sky. Breathe out, bend over, Uttanasana. Breathe in. Lengthen out towards the front. Breathe out, press your body weight on your hands and slide your feet back, or move back 1 foot after the other in high plank and go down to the ground. We continue with Bhujangasana. We're in flow, in a movement where we still take our place in the space. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Look in between the hands and jump to bring the feet closer to the hands. Relax the head towards the ground. Bend the knees, breathe in, open the arms on the side, straighten up all the way to the fingertips. Hands in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Always remember that we take our heart in our hands, in front of our heart, which literally means Anjali Mudra. Lean on the other leg, and this time raise the knee of the right leg upwards. Once again, creating space and more space. Bend the supporting leg. And breathe and make yourself very small. And breathe in, straighten the leg outwards. Breathe out when you bring the leg back to center, and breathe in, open your wings. Breathe out, bring yourself closer. Breathe in, open up. Staying steady. Come back to the center and open. It makes our muscles work again and again, and the stronger our muscles, the better our joints, and they will have more space. This time, push the leg back, nice and straight all the way to the end of the toes. Squeeze both legs towards each other, bend the support leg, and put the hand on the outside of the foot, and open the hand towards the sky, both shoulders well back. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees and make yourself taller to the top of your head, Warrior 2. Breathe in, breathe out, and open the whole thing up again. Continue, breathe in, lift up, breathe out, open up. Breathe in, lift, straighten out, breathe out. Keep the front leg in external rotation, which again allows us to keep some space in the pelvic floor. Creates alignment that lets the leg at the back open up in an internal rotation. Then come and cross your hands behind your back towards the coccyx. Tighten the elbows towards each other and open up the chest towards the sky. We open up first before leaning over and bend over. Even if we ultimately close ourselves in this position, it's always the same thing. We come and enlarge the position of our joints, each joint to make ourselves taller. Relax our hands on the ground and make small circles towards the pelvis. Continue moving as if we're moving the coccyx, creating circles, which helps create more space. Also towards the hip femurs, the femoral head that fits inside our hips. The joint is often so closed today that here we're giving it space again. Put the back foot on the tiptoes. Keep the leg nice and straight and lift up, the top of the head upwards and hands towards the sky. Open the hands, open the chest in front, straighten the leg towards the back, and squeeze everything. Internal rotation of the leg at the back. And open the hands upwards towards the outside on the side and bend over towards the ground. Relax your head and your neck, and if anything is contracted that shouldn't be, then there is no space being created. So find the lengthening of the muscle, the tightening, and at the same time, the biggest of movements and the biggest mobility. Jump a little, squeeze both legs and place yourself on your hands. We really rely on everything that keeps us outside. And we can move the legs as I do by playing a little. Depending on where you are in your practice today, I remind you that this is not what makes you a beautiful person. The position that makes you a beautiful person is the position that respects you. So stay where you are, with yourself. Put both feet on the ground, straighten up all the way to the top of your head. Anjali Mudra. What do you feel? Feel this greatness. Relax your hands on each side and stay tall. Spread the feet in a V shape, wider than the width of the pelvis, just like at the beginning of the session. Breathe in, raise your hands towards the sky and go on your tiptoes. Squeeze both legs towards each other and press on the base of the big toes and move the pelvis down towards the ground. Place yourself inside the legs, both hands joined together. Put yourself on your fingertips and make yourself taller again. Push the buttocks back, put the feet in parallel, or not actually. If you want to keep the leg and the right foot back open in a V shape, you can. It allows us to open up the hip a little more. And we do movements, some mobility. This time, place the left hand flat on the ground on the outside of the mat, and the arm in external rotation. Lean on it. It makes a counterforce, a balance to open up the chest a little bigger and move the pelvis forward. You can let go in this position, the knee towards the outside. Go from the principle that we must be able to do everything. This is where it gets interesting, and pull the heel back to the buttock. Take the external edge of the foot, open the toes, and stretch the thigh. At the same time, twist. Look at your ankle. Without grabbing your foot, the ankle must really be aligned all the way to the end of the toes. Open up and come back to center. Stay on your fingertips. Continue to breathe and relax, hands on the ground. Squeeze both legs towards each other, bend the elbows, and press the inner side of the thigh on the arm. Perhaps to make a pump by opening the chest in front, and breathe in, raise the leg at the back all the way to the end of the toes. Pull the heel back towards the buttock and open the hip again, just like at the beginning of the session. Put the pelvis parallel again, and when you breathe out, pull the knee, this time towards the right hand. For Rajaka Pottasana, pigeon. Look at how my front leg is positioned. The knee towards the outside, on the outside of the line of my hip. The leg is well aligned with the foot. Raise the hands towards the sky. The pelvis is really parallel. The leg at the back is always active, an internal rotation. Hands joined together at the back and raise the hands towards the sky. Second possibility, put the elbows on the ground or the fingertips. Once again, respect yourself. What are we looking for? Is it lengthening? Height? Move the hands down a little bit towards the back. Press on the hands, push back directly in downward dog. The leg raised towards the sky all the way to the tip of the toes. Pull the heel back towards the buttock and place yourself nice and parallel. The knee is pulled towards the front, the foot between the hands in the front. Breathe out. Lower the knee at the back to the ground and open the chest. Relax the neck. Do not pull the head back if you're not along far enough in your practice. And then push on the supporting leg. Straighten up, warrior 3. We always rely on this supporting leg. This time look for the inner edge of the ankle, on the inside of the back leg, and raise the back leg as high as possible by keeping the opening of our chest always in this present space. Bend over, raise the back leg all the way to the end of the toes, Baby Nataraja. Relax the foot, place it on the ground, put the hands against each other. Samastiti. Well done. Feel it. And let the breathing go. Second side. Reopen the feet. Have a good base. Raise the hands towards the sky. Squeeze both legs and go on your tiptoes. Lower the pelvis towards the ground and put the elbows on the inside of the legs. Continue to grow taller. Fingertips on the ground. Bend over towards the ground. Keep the left foot firmly anchored in the ground and move back on the other leg. Put the knee on the ground. Open the right hand towards the outside and the arm. Really nice and straight and lean on it. Create a pile up on the outside by keeping the humeral head in the shoulder. Open up, move the pelvis down, and pull the heel back towards the buttock. Take the foot from its external edge by keeping the chest nice and open and the ankle well aligned. The little toe is always open. This is the condition that shows us that we are aware all the way to our little toes. If we forget a part of our body and we don't open it enough, we don't create the space that life gave us. Relax the foot at the back again and stay tall. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. Straighten the leg at the back. Squeeze both legs towards each other and lean on the front arm. Tighten everything towards the center and at the same time open the chest in front. Go down and pump by keeping the smile. And push backwards. Breathe in, raise the leg at the back all the way to the end of the toes. Pull the heel back towards the buttock and open the hip. After this big movement and opening, straighten the leg, pull the knee down towards the left hand in Rajaka Puttasana. Always squeeze both legs towards each other and keep the pelvis lifted to really have both hips parallel. The back leg is in internal rotation and the front leg is in diagonal with the foot that lengthens out again. Both hands join together at the back of the head. We let ourselves be carried by our back always. And you can do variations by putting the forearms on the ground or by keeping the hands on the fingertips. Raja, the pigeon, that really allows us to stretch the small piriformis muscle where the sciatic nerve goes. Feel it. Feel this space. Create the opening with your breathing from here and push back. Downward dog all the way to the end of the toes again. Breathe out, put the foot between the hands in front. Breathe in, raise the hands towards the sky, all the way to the fingertips and breathe out. Straight away, raise the leg at the back, create height, and straighten up to the top of the head. Stay in support on the supporting leg, pull the knee at the back, towards the buttock, towards the center, take the internal edge of the foot. And squeeze. Stay tall, first lengthen out, keep the floating ribs tucked in. In other words, pull the belly button towards the column and bend over towards the front. Always squeeze with lightness. And go down as far as you can. Do not think about the pose, think about what you feel. Do you feel good? Relax and put the hands in front of your heart, Samastiti, this center. Reopen the feet wider than the width of the pelvis. We open our base, and the pelvis goes down towards the ground, elbows on the inside of the knees. Breathe in, open up, one hand towards the sky, the other hand on the ground. Once again here, create some space. How is it compared to the beginning of the session? The other hand on the ground, raise your hand towards the sky. Listen. Come back to the center and pull the hands in front. Relax the head at the back. Relax the chin towards the ground. Place yourself. Stretch all the little muscles that run through your spine. And then sit down, cross-legged. Here, if you're like me, with still tight hips, maybe just put cushion under your buttocks. If you feel good by keeping the small hollow in the lower back, stay like this and come and lengthen out towards the front by opening the chest. Lie down on the ground, hands on the floor, and relax. Place yourself. Even in this position, where we are closed up on ourselves, we can still feel all the space in us, which is enormous. As big as anything we can see, bigger outside of ourselves. And then straighten up to the top of the head. Hands in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Feel the space between your hands and keep the thumb and the little finger together by opening the palms of the hands towards the outside, like a lotus flower. From this everything, we give and we offer. This greatness is offered to the outside. We offer this immensity, this beauty. Feel it. Take all of this in your hands and bend your head towards those hands, towards your heart, towards this space. Again, thank you. Enjoy yourself and take all the space you need to live and enjoy this view. See you soon.